I'm John Shulli, Army Colonel and Republican candidate for United States Senate for the great state of Delaware. So I was born and raised in Wilmington, Delaware, and I went to college in Arizona. And to pay for college, I went to ROTC. And then 30 years later, I'm a full bird colonel in the United States Army. So, during that time, when I was a brigade commander, it was my job to put mission first, but people always. Because building and protecting the team enabled us to win every time. And I want the same for the people of Delaware, because for far too long, our state has been under a single party rule to the detriment of everyone. Yet we have a leadership class that only knows how to manage decline. Yeah, we're tired of that. I remember when I was in Iraq, when I would see a C-130 fly over, I would think of Delaware, because growing up, you would see C-130s flying over in their training events. So for me in Delaware, in Iraq, Delaware had my back. And now that I'm back in Delaware, it's time for me to have Delaware's back. So here I am. It's time for a new day for Delaware, where we build for the future while also protecting our heritage and land. It's time to let's put Delaware on the map. Let's make Delaware energy independent. Let's make Delaware the jobs factory of the 21st century. Now, that's my vision. Now, to make this happen, we need to do two important things. One is to move us away from the globalist system to the American system. The American system is something Alexander Hamilton used to kickstart our American experiment. It's what Abraham Lincoln used to reconstruct the United States after the Civil War. It's what Roosevelt used to build the arsenal for democracy during World War II. Now, about halfway through the Cold War, Nixon took us off the gold standard, opened up China, and the petrodollar was created. These three major things allowed the globalist system to take hold and to push away the American system. That global system has strip mined our middle class for the last 50 years. It's turned us into a production focused economy to a service-based economy where baristas and Amazon drivers are the norm. No. We have to get back to building things here in the United States. We have to be self-reliant, self-sufficient, resilient, things we were before we realized we didn't have them in COVID. When COVID happened and we saw all the supply chain issues, I think a lot of us woke up and said, all right, it's time to go back to the way things were. It's time to be independent. It's time to bring back the American system. That's what Donald Trump is doing, and that's what I want to codify into our laws. Make sure we never lose sight of that again. Now, the second part of this is accountability. Accountability for all the wrongs that's happened over the last, 50 years, say. And nothing epitomizes, I'm traversing to our topics for tonight. Nothing epitomizes the accountability issues that we've had with say, folks like Fauci, Dr. Fauci, who has single-handedly brought us COVID, who has, with his prestige, illusion of a prestige, lied to a president, lied to the press, lied to everyone about the threats of COVID, the masks, everything. Everything was a lie. And there are other things that Americans are truly upset about, whether it's the 2008 financial crash where no one went to jail, whether it's the Epstein files where things are still kind of a question mark. You can't, how can I miss election 2020, and the shenanigans we saw just recently in California, where, yeah, it's legal in California to do all the mail-in ballots and all the shenanigans, but is it right? Those two things, restoring the American system and bringing accountability to America, is the only way we'll be able to turn a corner for our young United States of America and to be bold and bright again. So that's why I'm running for United States Senate, to help us turn ourselves into the right direction and to bring productivity and prosperity to the United States.